My name is Kazuhiro-kun. I hail from the hidden valley of Taguma, a place of peace. That is until 3 ancestral ghosts, desperate to live again, rose and drained the souls of all the people of the valley. All except for me. I must avenge them. Ah! Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at Ninja Odyssey for the Intellivision, published by Elektronite. Ninja Odyssey comes in a nice gatefold box with professionally printed manual, overlays, and a new injection molded cartridge. This game sells for $70, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Oscar Kenneth's first game for the Intellivision. Kai Magazine is known for their incredible graphics, so let's jump right in and see how this stacks up. After the splash screens, you come to a colorful menu screen, and pressing one of the side buttons brings you to a cutscene explaining the backstory of the game. And yep, this is Kai Magazine alright. Even for being an early one, it looks great. Then we're right into the action. Ninja Odyssey is a platformer in the classic style, where you'll be moving from left to right through a series of scrolling levels. You play as Kazuhiro-kun, a ninja on a mission to defeat a trio of ghosts. Enemies are pretty predictable and range from static foes like snakes to ones that will move towards you in different ways, like dogs chasing you and frogs leaping over you. At the top of the screen, you'll see a yellow bar that slowly shrinks as you move through the level. This is your soul bar, and it acts as your timer in each level. Collecting hearts through each stage will keep it up though, extending your time. Beating the first stage, you'll travel to another outdoor level before you move on to a cave that will include lava pits and fireballs. Here you'll find your first really difficult jumps, but thankfully, Ninja Odyssey has a few helpful items that can assist you. Arguably the most game-changing item you can pick up is the red ninja suit. When you're wearing it, you can double jump. This isn't just to help when you're trying to cross large gaps, but it'll also allow you to progress through each stage quicker, as you can just jump past enemies and other difficult sections that would normally require more conservative pacing. It also comes in real handy in boss fights, but we'll get there later. The other upgrades you can pick up are ninja throwing stars. Your only weapon in this game are your trusty throwing stars, which, when you start, are pretty basic, having a limited range and velocity. As you move through stages, you'll find 2 different types of other stars with different properties that may be useful at certain sections of the game. First is the red throwing stars. These have a similar limited velocity like your regular stars, but with the added bonus that they bounce, giving them greater range. The second is the yellow throwing stars. These are the powerhouse stars and my personal favorite. They have a great velocity and are good for reaching further objects, especially if they're up high. They're also the best star for fighting bosses. Clearing the cave, you'll enter this temple stage. Here, there are spikes that you'll have to avoid, but they can be eliminated with your throwing stars. The biggest new thing you'll experience here are these black spike balls that are scattered throughout the level, often in very inconvenient spaces. These won't kill you though, at least not directly. Hitting one of these black spikes will drain your soul bar. Depending on the situation, there may be times that you'll willingly jump into one of these, because the reckless approach is actually more time efficient than the cautious one. At the end of this level, you'll face the first boss, a giant ghost. It'll spit fire at you, but there's a strategy that, provided you're wearing the red outfit, will guarantee victory. If you move yourself to the far left of the screen, you'll never get hit, and it's just a matter of double jumping and throwing stars at the peak of your jump. You'll beat the ghost every time. That's the first of 3 ghosts defeated, and much like other famous platformers, the level cycle repeats for the next 2 ghosts for a total of 12 stages. Instead of walking you through all of them, here are some of the highlights. You'll come across something that I personally hate in every single platformer: bouncy platforms. Seriously, I hate these things. Thank God for the double jump outfit, but heaven help you if you lose it. Because if you do, you'll be forced to use them, and they are the bane of my existence in every game they're in. Probably a personal thing, but I can't stand them in any game. You can also look forward to huge clusters of black spikes that'll force you to either be conservative and clear them all, or try to blast through them. Either way, especially as you get to the final couple of outdoor levels, the time limit will be a serious concern. It's quite likely later in the game that you'll die at some point, but not to worry though. Ninja Odyssey has infinite continues. You'll want to make sure that you press continue quickly though, as if you wait around too long, you'll be returned to the main menu and have to start again from the beginning. Continuing resets your score, but allows you to push through the most difficult parts of the game. One tip, in the last level, make sure you have your double jump before getting to the boss. There's one here for you, but if you move forward too fast, it's easy to miss. If you don't have the red suit at the last boss, it'll be very difficult, and even staying to the far left, you may not be able to hit the ghost fast enough to beat it before your time runs out. Defeating this final ghost, you get an end screen stating that you've restored peace to the land and can rest. Until next time. Then, for high score junkies out there, the game repeats, albeit with a shorter timer than before. And that's Ninja Odyssey for the Intellivision. So what did I think? It's a great platformer, and I really like it. It doesn't have the depth and RPG elements of Oscar's later titles, but it looks great, it plays great, and it doesn't pretend to be anything more than it is, which is a straightforward platforming experience. The control is excellent, and when you die, it's your fault. I also really liked how they incorporated the timer here, having it represent the draining of your soul, and it's not an idle threat. Later in the game, you really have to play well to beat levels in time. Once you get really good at it, there's the option to keep playing with less time. I could see this being a speedrunner's game, and there aren't many of those on the Intellivision. If you like platformers, this one is a no-brainer. Highly recommended. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. As always, I've got my information on the screen, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.